In this episode of Crafty Talks, I will be sitting down with a professional children's book illustrator.
of the Bush, a new picture book by Lonnie Fagel and Carly Coverdale. Illustrated by Saidi Alifa. Coming soon, in 2025.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Crafty Talks.
Start again.
What up? Which
Start
one is?
again.
Oh, hi. It's already begun.
Oh, okay.
We're in it. Yeah, man. Episode 6. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to those people that come up to me and say, hey man, when you dropping the next one? You know, like we actually feel your stuff. You know, my numbers ain't all that, but like I really want to say thank you to those people that actually actually watch my stuff and actually appreciate what I'm trying to do. So big up to you, and continue. You know, you never know where this thing will go. For those of you who are upset that you didn't win the $100 for the last episode, it's because you didn't do what I told you to do. So that's your own fault. So one of those people, that comes up to me and says, hey man, when's the next one coming out? This brother right here next to me. Now, this brother right next to me here is like, usually the people that I get on my show are mostly people that I know already, you know? So like me and this guy, we go back a really long way back, you know? So he's one of those guys that are like, yo, when's the next podcast coming out? You know, like how's the podcast going? So yeah, I had to get him on the show. But I didn't just get him on the show because he likes my stuff or whatever. You know, the premise for Crafty Talks is to share for Malawian youth, especially those who are woke. You know, we like to share, like, you know, share like things that like could better, you know, the youth here, could better Malawi in general. So, reason I got my man on here. And you know what? I'm going to start with the whole my man thing. Introduce yourself, my brother.
Alright, man. So my name is Saidi Alifa. And yeah, I've known Adam for a very long time. I can't even remember.
Adam, Crafty. No government names yet.
I just put your entire government on blast.
Yeah, you put my government on blast, bro.
But yeah, I've known Crafty
For over what?
for over like
10 years?
a decade, bro.
Over 10 years, yeah?
Yeah.
Since I've been here in Malawi, we know each other. Yeah.
2012.
Yeah, since then we've been, you know how energies link up, you know, like,
Exactly.
yeah, so.
Yeah, I've known Adam for over like this, so we should say like 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, we clicked, you know, we got to chatting, we got to know each other, you know, families know each other. But as I said, the reason why I got him on is because he is an absolute genius when it comes to this drawing thing.
What? Are we waiting for somebody else? Are you talking about me?
Of course I'm talking about you. Like when I say genius, I don't just throw that word out like just randomly. Like I mean like proper genius with this thing. And by the end of this show, by the end of this episode, I want like those who are creatives, like those who know how to draw, those who know, you know, like how to like there's paintings around I can't show you, but like those who know how to do this type of thing. I want you guys to know that it can take you like far. It can take you really far. So I want you to let the audience know like your journey, what it is that you do, and what it is that it's doing for you.
Okay, all right. So currently, as you know, I am a children's book illustrator.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I draw children's books, and but I didn't train for that, so maybe I should take it from
take it from the top. Take it from the beginning.
So I've always been an artist. Since I was young. I think many people who become artists, they've been artists their whole lives. Because why else would you?
True. True.
So I've been an artist my whole life, but I didn't train for that. I went to university at the Polytechnic.
Yeah,
and I studied civil engineering, right? Because I was good at math.
Yeah,
I still am. I enjoyed it.
I suck at maths.
I enjoyed math, and I studied engineering, and I enjoyed studying engineering. I majored in civil engineering, water.
Okay.
Yeah, so it deals with water supply and designing distribution networks and those things. So after I graduated, I started working.
Yeah.
And I realized that this isn't what I signed up for. I thought I'd be doing something else.
Yeah, I get.
But then it turned out to be something completely different.
Yeah, I get.
So I'm like, wait, no, you tricked me. This isn't the thing that I trained for. So I was like, I don't see myself doing this for the next 40 years. There's absolutely no way. There is no way. It's not even negotiable. You know what I mean?
That's what I love about you. Like he really has a strong mind for something. Once he locks onto something, he's locked on, and that's something that I would love. Like it's been rubbing off on me over the years, but because sometimes we're apart. I'll be in L's, trying to finish my school, and you be out here. So, but then like when I'm around you, though, like I feel the energy, like you when you lock onto something, because actually, as I was saying, he's one of the people that is like, yo, when's the next episode coming out? So that's someone that shows you that's someone who is a focused person and can see something and can see that, okay, this can take me over here. So I would say this, you've explained that you're a children's book illustrator, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that the engineering, like drawing and stuff like that, helped you?
Oh, absolutely, tremendously. Actually, it's strange how that played into it. I was speaking to this woman on Twitter. Her name is J-Lo. You
shout out J-Lo.
Yeah, you play Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'm more of a FIFA guy, but
yeah, she owns a studio that designs the guns in Call of Duty.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's called War Dog Studios.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure all you COD heads know about that. Yeah,
maybe they do. So what Activision does is it outsources work to different studios, right?
Okay.
Some people design the characters. There are some people that design the like clothing and stuff like that. So she owns the studio that designs the guns, right? And on Twitter the other time, this is like several months ago, she posted something about she was saying that she has to draw. Like she doesn't draw to make money. She draws because she just has to do it. Wow. Otherwise she's gonna be a miserable person, So I'm like, hey, I'm in the same boat. That's why I quit engineering. And she's like, oh, but engineering is like the perfect foundation for being an artist. And then that made me think, I'm like, you're actually right. Because in first year in engineering, you learn engineering drawing. And I remember it being so difficult for me to like grasp. Visualizing things, like seeing lines, across walls and stuff, because you have to be able to visualize shapes and stuff like that. So when I started drawing, when I started like taking it seriously, I had to train myself. So I was reading all these books, and I came across these books that were explaining those things. And I was like, man, if I didn't have that foundation, it would have been tougher for me. I would have done it, but I think it would have, I grasped it much quicker than I would have if I didn't have that foundation. So engineering helped a lot in that aspect, but also in project management. Because as a children's book illustrator, your projects are long. They're like 6 months. when you're making a book, it's 6 months.
Okay.
Usually like 4 to 6 months.
Okay.
So you need to be able to.
You know what? In this episode, instead of just talking to the guest, let's see what the guest actually does. Don't worry, you're still gonna be able to hear the audio underneath, but I thought, let's try something different for this one.
Manage the project, so
Okay.
you have to know. I wouldn't say you have to know, but it helps that I know some of the leading project management paradigms. The I said the methods that they use to manage construction projects.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just allocating resources like time and having the foresight
Yeah.
to come up with deadlines and know how all the tasks relate to each other.
Okay.
So that knowledge
Yeah.
from engineering school,
Yeah.
invaluable.
Okay.
Invaluable.
So it wasn't a waste of time.
No, and I think just the degree overall, it teaches you how to learn things.
Okay.
So when I came, like if I got the degree, I know that I can learn anything.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah.
It sort of validates yourself. Like, okay, if I can learn something as difficult as engineering, I
Yeah.
can definitely learn how to draw.
Yeah, because I remember there was a time when I'd come through to your crib and you'd be like, "Yeah, man, I've been drawing. Like,
Yeah.
I got this like contract from this lady from America. She's giving me like a children's book to do."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so you can do that?"
Yeah.
And okay. And then I saw you slowly like building up your like
Portfolio.
yeah, portfolio, but I mean like equipment wise.
Okay.
Yeah, like could you explain to the audience like it's not just drawing with on pen and paper and colors and that.
Yeah.
Like could you explain to them like what you use and stuff? I remember you investing in a
Tablet.
tablet digital pen and all this type of
Yeah. So
So-
of course you could draw on paper. I know other artists who draw on paper. I just like digital because of how versatile it is.
efficiency as well.
It's very efficient.
Mhm.
You can, you can. It frees you from the constraints of the paper.
I get you.
You can create many layers within. So anyway, let me just say what I use. I use a tablet, a Wacom tablet, a Cintiq. Maybe you can link it up. I don't know.
Yeah. Look that up. Especially you artists out there, you look that up.
But you don't really need the equipment to begin with. I mean, I built it up slowly, as you said.
Yeah.
Over time.
Yeah.
I started with a Wacom Intuos.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's a small tablet. It doesn't have a screen, so you connect it to the laptop. And
Okay.
You draw there. It feels like paper, but you're looking on your
Your PC.
Yeah, but
Oh,
then
okay.
the Cintiq is a monitor itself. So you have a pen that works there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and the laptop, a good laptop, it's something that it doesn't slow you down.
Okay.
But then again, it's not about the equipment. It's more so about the craft. You need to respect the craft.
Okay.
Because drawing is a craft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you need to learn.
That's one thing. Like
Yeah.
I like make it everything about myself in the end. Anyway, that's one thing I really like. When I was young, I used to draw,
Okay.
but I wasn't that good. I wasn't that good at drawing. So, like, but I wish I had continued. Like I got a homie. Big up Daniel Siami. Like, he's an excellent artist. I mean, he can draw you like proper, like every single detail. Like even if you got like something sticking out your nose, like he'll be able to like capture that. So, like this is for people like you.
Yeah.
Like he is an example. I don't just bring anyone on the show. Like he's an example of how like this thing can take you far because like you. Like let's not be humble here. Like you're making a nice little living off just being in your room and drawing, bro.
Which is crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, because my man is getting contracts from outside of Malawi. He's not restricted to Malawi because, again, here in Malawi we have a certain spectrum of what you can like excel in, okay? So you can excel in being a doctor, being in the bank, music now, you know. So like there's the spectrum, but then there's other things that are for me are like hidden and can actually make you go somewhere. Because he's just explained how he quit the engineering thing, which is a really big like deal. Like being an engineer is that's show. That's a great career to have, you know. So for you to be able to actually be like, you know what, I'm gonna leave this alone and I'm gonna concentrate on this drawing thing, must mean that you're doing pretty well for yourself, because you get to work from home. You know, you get to, you know, this guy doesn't sleep. Well, now you told me that you learned how to manage, but there was a time where you were drawing like 24/7. You know.
Well, and it goes back to it being a craft. You know, because in the beginning you have to sharpen your skills, right? And drawing is okay. Illustration is the major skill, but it's made of drawing and painting, and then drawing has so many subsets of skills as well. So there's a lot to master.
Okay.
Right? You have to learn gesture drawing. You have to learn perspective.
Yeah.
You have to learn anatomy. You have to learn
anatomy. You know, what are you, like a doctor, bro?
Yeah, it's close. You know, like you read those kind of books.
Wow.
Yeah, just seeing how the muscles like squash.
Yeah. So okay, so let's say you know those guys that like animate like shows like Family Guy and stuff like that. Do you think you're on that level yet?
I mean, I am interested in animation, probably in the future. But the foundation is the drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can do that.
I mean, can do that if I dedicate myself to learning it.
Yeah.
You know, animation is also a different skill set. It's built around drawing. The foundation is drawing. So animation, there's things you need to understand. One of my friends, you know, was like, "Yo, we need to start animating, man."
Yeah, do that, bro.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, time, but I need to like be committed to it. I can't just dabble."
Yeah, I get.
I need to know that I have maybe a year.
Okay.
To really learn it.
Okay.
You know, read the books, maybe enroll in some course.
Okay.
And truly learn the craft.
So, like, how long have you been like illustrating for your clients, your various clients?
I started off in 2020. I started in 2020. That's when I got my first
contract.
Yeah, my first book I did in 2020, and then in 2021 I took a break, like a long break too.
Yeah, I remember we were together. On that break.
Yeah. I took
that was just before I started like the podcast as well, and we were both in like a little lull type of thing.
In a slump.
In a little rut.
Limbo. Yeah. So I took a break, but then I didn't stop drawing then. I just wasn't looking for work anymore, but I was still drawing because I had the equipment. 2021 went by, 2022 went by, 2023 went by.
Damn.
And then 2024, I was like, that's last year. I was like, nah. And so something happened in 2023. I met a friend on Twitter. She may be watching this. And I don't know if I can put her entire government on blast, but
I'm sure she won't mind. It's Crafty Talks, man. Come on.
Anyway, she's like, "Yo, bro, you're good with this stuff. You need to, just work on it. I'm pretty sure if you like focus on it, you can succeed with this stuff." So I was like, "You know what? You're right." And you lock in. So in 2024, at the beginning, somewhere around February, I got back to it, started looking for work again. And that's when it just started building up small contracts, working with people, small jobs here and there, and
getting paid in dollars, by the way. Right here in Malawi.
So just building my portfolio up, gradually like that. But I think the most important, the turning point was when I realized that, oh wait, this is a business and I need to treat it like a business. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the art itself is a skill aside from business, which is also a separate skill.
Yeah.
You know, so understanding things like the market, who is your, I mean, you draw, but who's your target?
Target audience.
Yeah,
exactly.
who's your target audience?
As you said yourself, you're doing children's books,
Yeah,
illustrations.
exactly,
So obviously,
exactly.
you know,
I
like,
know
yeah.
the target audience. Okay,
Yeah.
so that helps you tailor your portfolio to attract those people. Yeah?
Okay.
And then you figure out what revenue streams exist in children's book illustration, and you decide, okay, this is what I want to spend my time doing.
Okay.
Because in as much as it's a business and it needs to make money, the most important thing is, do you enjoy doing it? Yeah, you don't go in there based off of purely financial
Financial
motivations.
gain. Yeah, I get you.
You're not gonna get far, you know, because it's, you.
I mean, like, look at me. Like,
Yeah.
you see this podcast. I don't make no money off this.
Yeah.
I don't make no money off this. But
Yeah.
at the same time, speaking of trying to make money off this, like, bro, like, Adidas, please. Like, I want to be the first person in Malawi that is associated with Adidas. I wear your stuff all the time, so check a nigger out. Ooh, forgive my language. Check a person out. Trying to be politically correct.
Yeah.
And we drink a lot of Fanta, so yeah, Fanta, if you're out there watching,
Fanta will try to help you out.
come, hook me up. I in every single like episode like that you see, I'm always drinking something. It's always Fanta, so you know, like,
Need to sponsor you, bro.
yeah. So yeah,
Wanna
we took a little detour there, but yeah,
yeah.
I want you like to like inspire people in the sense of, okay, not just pure about the financial part of it, but like inspire those who are also artists, and let them know that there is money in this, but as you're saying, like, it has to be like a passion. Like, this is a passion for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not making any money off it, but like, this is what I love. This is eventually this is gonna be all me. Let me just get my school done and legitimize my brand, and I'll start making money off it. Adidas, cough. But yeah, So tell them you're living comfortably, bro. Like, just from your room, bro. Like you don't have to go far.
Yeah.
To make a couple of bucks, like.
How do I say? As I said, it's first of all, understand the craft. You know, whatever art you're in, not just drawing, but even music, or whether it's dance, whatever it is, understand the craft. You know, the craft is where it begins.
Yeah.
Learn how to. Well, art and illustration, it's all you're trying to say something. You're trying to communicate.
Yeah. That's how you communicate.
Yeah, that's
right?
how you communicate.
That's your way of communicating.
That's
yeah.
your way of expressing it.
Exactly. That's put.
Yeah. So the skills allow you to say more. Right? It's like when you're learning the English language, the more words in your vocabulary, the better you can express yourself.
Yeah. Shout out my nephew. His English is immaculate.
Some of we don't even understand what it's saying.
You know, the houseboy comes up to me. He's like, Mister, you stay with the kid and you're asking me what the kid is saying.
I know.
But yeah, so yeah.
So you gain the skills in drawing. You have to be constantly improving, because that then enables you to say more. Because when you start meeting your clients, they'll tell you all sorts of things. I want this page to look like this, and your skills would determine how close you can replicate that vision. All right. So build a very strong foundation. Read books, not just read all sorts of books on art. Study the history, how it came about. Yeah. The Renaissance is my favorite period. The Michelangelos, the Leonardos. Study those guys. Yeah. You'll understand what it takes to draw properly, to be able to express yourself the way that you
mean, there's paintings that we were born into knowing, like the Mona Lisa, Sistine Chapel. You know, there's Van Gogh's Starry Night. We were born, and we will die, and that stuff will live on.
Yeah, because those guys, those are beautiful works of art.
Yeah,
they're very beautiful works of art. So you want to create something that's enduring. So build your knowledge up, and then from that, understand business. Study business. I don't know whether you can go to school, even though I don't believe you can learn business in a classroom.
Nah, you
go out there, and the best way to learn it is just do it. All right, but then read these books on business. Read biographies. I think they're very helpful.
And I'll chip in. These days, with this generation, younger generation, attention span is very short because everyone's on TikTok and whatnot. Even on your TikToks, with your short attention span, you can still learn some of these things off, because I'm a visual learner. I love learning through watching videos. I'm a very eloquent person. I can read and all that, but for me to actually enjoy something and to get into it, it's visual learning. So even for you short attention span people, you can learn these things off YouTube little YouTube helpful. Shorts on stuff like this. It can help, So how many contracts have you, how many illustrations, how many different books have you done since you started?
I'm working on my second picture book.
Okay.
But I've worked on other books with, I'm not sure I can say this. I'm still under an NDA.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, but I worked with
we respect NDAs.
Yeah, I worked with an organization from South Africa. I was making educational books for primary school. South Africa is they're revamping their primary school books.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of the organizations that were working on that, they reached out to me to help them illustrate those things.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Speaking of reaching out, how does one find you, and how does one know that you are doing this thing?
That's a great question. I get asked that all the time. It's where do you meet these people?
Yeah, don't be humble about it. Don't be humble about it.
Where do you meet these people? The web presence, bro. I'm online. I'm everywhere. But the most helpful thing for me has been two things: having a website and registering for a professional membership. So I am part of the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called scbwi.org. That's their website.
Okay.
So you can go there and register, and they have a wide audience of authors who are looking for illustrators.
Okay.
So most people find me from there. But the website also exposed me to a lot of people. There have been a couple of clients who've told me that, we just searched in Google, Malawian artist.
Imagine that. And then your name comes up.
Yeah, it comes
that
up.
That means your work must be speaking for you, bro.
Exactly, bro. So,
bro, why are you being so humble, bro? The other day in the car, you told me you're one of the top ranked artists.
No, you just said it that I'm ranked. Well, the thing is, Google has an algorithm, page rank. It's called page rank. I don't know if they still call it that. So it crawls all over the internet, and I don't know how it works. I'm not a Google person.
Algorithm. That's what I'm saying. Your work must speak for you because
it ranks. Well, the work itself, but also the website is optimized.
Okay.
So it's optimized for the search engine. So they call it search engine optimization.
Okay. Right.
So
for you geeks out there.
Yeah, the geeks. I'm pretty sure the people that make websites, they know what I'm talking about. Search engine optimization. So you optimize it. You think from the client's perspective.
Okay.
If I was a client and I was looking for an artist like me, what would I search on Google? Right?
Okay.
So you put those search terms, you pepper them all over your website. Whether it's the blog, the content that you put on your website, just make sure you put those words of children's illustrator, Malawi, artist, books, whatever. These keywords, you put them on the website.
Okay.
And the algorithm, if it sees that your website is actually original,
traction,
because some people use it to scam people, So the algorithm is actually very good. It's very good. Google's always improving it.
I mean,
but if you have good work on your site, you should be ranking higher.
Okay.
And also it depends whether you have defined your audience.
Okay.
Properly, yeah.
Okay, so like for you, it's children's illustrations, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe someone who's watching this is can draw anime or can draw, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like there's different other genres of
there's
issues.
like so many streams of revenue that you can pursue. Children's book illustration is just one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But as an illustrator, there's like
a plethora, right?
Like I didn't just arrive at children's illustration. I explored so many avenues. I explored apparel, making my art.
Yeah.
That didn't work too well. I made a total of a whopping $2.
Man said a whopping $2. Yo, how much is $2 in Gwaja right now, bro?
I do like $3,000 or something, bro.
$3K, young 3K off Ojin. That's not bad.
I haven't even been able to like withdraw that because it's just too little. Because I know I'm gonna be charged fees and stuff.
Yeah.
So I tried that. That didn't work out well. I may revisit it at some time.
Why not, man? Why not? Like as in, as you keep on growing.
Yeah, as I keep on growing. But there's concept art for video games. That's also an avenue you can explore. Working with studios.
Okay.
They hire a lot of artists to create concept art for when they're making new video games, like creating characters. Character design is like the most popular avenue for a lot of artists. There's movies. I was reading this Black Panther art book, and there's a lot of art there just exploring the character designs and stuff. Especially them coming here in Africa. I'm pretty sure they employed a lot of African artists.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I hear Disney's in Kenya as well right now.
Disney's in Kenya?
Yeah,
that's not something surprising, really.
Yeah, I think it's they're in Kenya. So yeah, they are looking, and I speak to a lot of publishers in the US. They say they're looking for fresh stories, and Africa we have a lot of folk tales.
I think they're tired of their Hansel and Gretel's and.
Are they still making the MCU? I haven't.
Okay, the MCU right now, for me, after Endgame.
That was the last film for me.
That was the last greatest thing they've made. I mean, I watched Kraven the Hunter the other day.
That's also an MCU movie.
Yeah, and yeah, so like the world can only take so much. Like one of my professors says. Shout out to Miss Pamela Kudiwa. Sorry, ma'am, I forgot your surname. I know you're gonna watch this, and she should be on my podcast soon as well. She's my professor. She teaches me TV production at at school. So like wait, I was trying to link this into something.
You were telling me about the new movie.
Yeah, like she's into like film, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she like because she's my TV production thingy. So we wanted to talk about film as well, like how like the industry, like here.
Oh, okay.
Like here, how can we like because remember this movie that came out and like I forgot what it was called. I'm sorry, but it was a nice little. It was a Malawi movie.
Which one is this?
The one where
Fatan. Because I know Fatan, like HD Plus also movies.
Okay, I don't know that one. It's the one with Puedo. Some kid killed himself in the movie. It was like school setting.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
You haven't seen it? I'm a Malawian and I feel so ashamed that I forgot what that movie is called. Let me see if I can Google it.
But then HD Plus is also making dope movies. Like I've seen Suitcase. You know Suitcase, right?
Yeah, Suitcase. Big up Suitcase, man. Like he opened the door for a lot of people, bro.
Yeah. And then he has also like been improving his craft as well. Yeah, I've seen his latest work.
Now big up Suitcase, man. Yo,
100%.
Bro, yo, like, no, respect. Like, respect to anyone that's, as I said, there's a spectrum of where, like, especially the older generation thinks that you can excel in. All right, so we're trying, like, the premise of Crafty Talks is to try and change the premise of what can make you successful here in Malawi. right? Because this is where we are right now. I know my target audience. I know the people that look out for my stuff and whatnot. So I'm talking to those people specifically because I've grown to know who my target audience is. I already had an idea of who I wanted as my target audience, and I think I'm getting it. Yes, I don't have all the views in the world. That's because my target audience is a specific type of Malawian. Now, that's not to sound controversial or anything like that, because if you can tell, we've been speaking English throughout this whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm a Malawian, yes, but my formative years were spent in the West, right? So, I try to use from what I learned in the West, and I try to see if I can implement it here.
Yeah.
Hence this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't sit here and like just speak in pure Chichewa for like everyone to hear, because I can't speak Chichewa that well, you know. So I can't force myself to be, you know. I would love to get an artist like a Crispy, a Spare right here, sit next to me, but then atamandi angana they really
It's dope. But
I'm going to encourage you to free and more.
but then also because the platform, the podcasting is like a global phenomenon now.
Exactly.
So, you know, English is the language of the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here we're actually trying to prove this point that we are in Malawi, but he is making a living off making illustrations for clients that are outside of this country, and he is getting paid in dollars or whatever currency, you know. So that it shows you that you can, like, you can do it from right here.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't need to go to England or America or South Africa to be able to do this type of thing, you know. That's his niche. Like, he's called his niche, and he's called it here in Malawi, and it shows you that using the internet now it's a, what do they call the internet? The global like village, you know. Yeah. So like you could connect with everyone.
Everybody.
You know, I check my analytics sometimes, and I see that the people that are watching my podcast are from Lithuania. I mean,
same thing happens to me when I check the analytics from my website. So I'm trying to see who visits my website. It's like people from the US, France, Italy, Germany.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So.
But you're doing it from where?
Yeah, it's
right here.
Village. And it's all about value. Can you create value in other people's lives? You know, whatever it is that you're doing, is it useful for somebody else? You know, your target audience, when they receive whatever it is, whether it's content or it's, you know, illustrations, are they valuable? Are they useful? So if it is valuable, and you know, the global economy as it exists on the internet, like the creator economy or the gig economy as they call it, it's an extension of America's capitalism. And, and that's probably the most meritocratic.
What does that mean? Like, don't be saying words that we don't understand here.
Yeah, what I mean is, it's based on merit. You know, if you're good, the market is gonna reward you. Yeah, because I don't know some guy from procurement, from some company, who I need to dish money, give me a contract. Yeah, I don't do that. You know, I don't do that. I don't know some.
You don't need a middleman.
I don't have connections. You know, because a lot of Malawian people think, oh, for you to succeed in business, you need connections. I'm like, nah.
I mean, it is actually kind of true, because there is a lot of like
but if you
nepotism type of guans, and like you know that guy, so obviously that guy is gonna
give you business. But then what's the point of it? That's not commerce at all, like the way that I understand it. That isn't business the way that I understand it. It's, for me, the way I understand business is, I have a problem that needs solving, and then you have the solution. So I'm gonna pay you to give me the solution, but then you don't need to then go meet my brother and say, oh, I have a solution. you know, so my brother's like, oh, then, you need to pay me. Then you need to it's absolute nonsense, bro. Yeah. So that exists, I know it, but then it's ridiculous. Are you looking for the
Yeah, I really want the movie, man. I really trying to search the movie.
When did it come out?
Pardon? I think it came out last year. It was really famous.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that Fatania? Because I haven't seen that, so I don't know if anybody.
Okay, so what's Fatania about? Is it?
That's the thing. I haven't seen it yet.
Hey guys, I'm really sorry. Like, in the comments, please tell me I'm silly and I'm unpatriotic.
You said the
but
kid
there was
killed
this,
himself?
Huh?
Who shot the movie? What studio shot them?
That's the thing.
You said last year?
Yeah.
Nah, Fatani came out I think a couple of years ago.
This guy, Puedo. There was this guy called Puedo in it. Could he? Jonah's not in here.
Yeah, I know he's going to work.
He would have known. There was this nut. What's that movie called, man? But it was like the trending thing,
Trending.
Yeah, it was really it was set in a school setting.
The kid who killed himself, is it a girl?
It was a guy.
A guy?
Mm. Did he get killed or did he kill himself? I think he got killed.
I don't know.
School Days.
School Days?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that is the movie. School Days. Yeah. Okay, you should check that out.
Yeah.
I mean it's not the best thing in the world, but on a Malawian standard, I mean it's good. So if we could push more of that type of stuff.
But yeah, I think we have the potential, and we have because of the internet has been democratized right now, right? It's so accessible.
Yeah, we don't live in China. Sorry, my Chinese people.
It's very accessible, and people can learn these skills. People can actually learn filmmaking from the masters of filmmaking from the West. All you need is an internet connection. And you can take it that far. You can get books on it. Read. If you're dedicated, nothing can stop you, bro. Yeah. I was watching an interview. Vibes Cartel has been released.
Big up, Ward Boss.
He was explaining how he made Fever.
Yeah.
He's just in a cell with an iPhone. He made that on his iPhone. On an iPhone. So it ain't about equipment. The guy is he used the mattress, he put the mattress over his head so they can reduce the echoes and stuff. They can muffle the sound. And he's recording Fever. He's recording. Bro, I was like, yeah, you have to be resourceful. So don't blame your environment. I'm in Malawi, I can't do that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna admit that that's something that I have done a lot.
Yeah.
I've sat here in Malawi for a minute now, and I've been like, oh, my thing's not taking off because of my surroundings. I had a chat with my a good friend of mine from school. His name is Kerry Brown. Shout out Kerry.
Kerry Brown.
And Kerry Brown.
He's white?
No, but his dad is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Shout out Dr. Brown. He's one of my professors as well. Okay. But yeah, so Kerry was telling me, bro, you need to stop this whole I can't do this because I'm in this environment.
Yeah.
Thing. Because okay, we're about to drop episode 6, yeah? That's because I'm not at school right now. When I'm at school, the environment for me, that's the excuse that I use. We actually shot an episode with my boy Theo. Shout out to Theo Kawalala. He's got his own brand. It's called Reborn. I'm sure if you're Malawian, I'm sure you know Reborn. I'm sure you know Reborn. Yeah, that's Theo Kawalala's. Shit. Don't let the the product placement for. But yeah, Theo, we shot an episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
We shot it at school.
Mm.
So like I can't say that the environment, whatever.
Yeah,
it's just that it never came out because of certain reasons. That's Theo, eh?
Yeah, but I think it's an easy way out that people use. Like it's an easy way
I mean,
out.
you like I'm all ears because like you're actually speaking to me when you're saying this because I'm one of those type of people.
Yeah.
Like,
because I meant like I was speaking to this like two guys yesterday. It's like young people, and they're complaining about their government in Nigeria and all that. I mean, I'm not from Nigeria, so I can't really speak much on it. But I was just curious. I was like, you guys say you can't do your stuff because the government is getting in the way of you getting stuff done. So I'm like, show me your stuff. Let me see what you do. All right. So two of them guys, and one of them just skirts around. It's like, no.
What are they doing? Are they also in illustration or?
No, this is a creative group.
Okay.
It's in a creative group for Africans. So I was in there and I see this discussion going, and I'm
like link me with that.
Yeah,
put me on that group.
You're right.
Yeah, put me in there.
It's called Newcomer, by the way.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna link it in the description.
Yeah, we'll link that in the description.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, everything that he's talking about, all these books, illustrations, all that. You're gonna see them pop up. I'm gonna make sure that you actually see what he has to do. Like I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. That means I've actually shown you something that he's actually produced. So yeah,
so these guys are like, oh no, the government is getting in the way of us getting stuff done and all that. So I'm like, show me your stuff. I was just curious because I knew like, that's not really
cap.
Yeah, you cap it. It's an easy way out. But I'm like, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Show me, And one guy shows me. It's like, I'm a writer, and here are my books. I'm like, I check them out. And he wrote one book on Buddhism.
Okay.
Another on the social, like George Floyd.
Oh yeah.
Like
so also
an analysis of that. I don't know if it's social justice. No, it's about Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, that's just a neo-communist.
Yeah. So he
rest in peace to George Floyd.
Yeah, he wrote a children's book, and then he wrote like 6 books. But they're just on different topics, and that was alarming to me. I'm like, nah, that's
it's not the government's fault.
Yeah, you've spread yourself too thin. You've spread yourself too thin. And now I'm chatting with this guy. I'm like, so what's your process for writing? Like, I just write a draft. I just write one draft and I publish it. I'm like, nah.
How are you supposed to do it? Like
writing takes many drafts. When you're writing a book, it's draft number 1, number 2, number 10. Because you can't say the thing that you want to say on the first draft. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You have to revise and refine. And usually the writers that I know, the great writers that I know, they have a narrow focus.
Yeah. You have to. Yeah. It can't just be.
Yeah. So that's just an example of one thing that I see. Like, did you really do the work? Did you really do the work required for you to become competent? Okay.
Yeah.
Because the government isn't here.
Yeah, it's not. They're not in the house. Like, or they're not in your workspace and telling you that, hey,
Hey. So I don't know how are all these other people doing it. I face so many regulatory challenges here in Malawi. Doing my thing, especially with things like payments and all that.
Yeah.
But there are workarounds, and I have to find those workarounds, right? I have to find workarounds to make the thing work. But it's just as easy. I could say, I'm not gonna do that because, look at these regulations. I can't.
You could just be like, boss.
Yeah, and that's society loves mediocrity, bro. They're gonna back you up.
I wanna big up. She's an old friend of mine. She's too big for people like me now. But I'm gonna big up Nicole Kamwendo, right? She was Capital FM, I think. and now she's like a host and stuff. She used to write on her bio, "I refuse to live a mediocre life."
Yeah.
Right here in Malawi.
Yeah.
And she's doing what she loves, and she's living like I follow her. Like, yeah. So I don't think mediocrity should be in our vocab.
No.
This generation's vocab. It shouldn't. It doesn't matter whether you're in Malawi or you're in anywhere, because as we said, the internet is a global village. So if you want to take your thing far, the internet's there. So
the internet is there, bro. The internet is the what did Elon Musk say? It's bringing abundance, you know. Because in the past, if you lived in a landlocked country like Malawi, the things you would do were limited, you know, because one, the country is small, and then the markets themselves are also not as developed. All right.
Yeah.
So the skills that you can sell in that market are limited.
Yeah.
So if you become an astrophysicist, you wouldn't have a job because nobody's looking for that.
No one's looking for no astrophysicist in Malawi.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I said, Kudi, there's a spectrum here of where, like, people think that you can succeed in. You know what I'm saying?
They're not aware that the internet has opened up all these avenues. You can become. You can become so many other things. You don't have to just be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer. You can become an illustrator. You can draw. I wake up in the morning and I draw all day, and then I go to sleep, and then I do it all over again.
But then you're actually getting paid for it as well.
Exactly.
That's not the most important thing, because I know that it's
because I have to buy food and stuff. Food is, I have to buy food. So I charge. It's a business. And, the money also fuels my ideas, because, because I want to keep on improving. And I need to buy books. I need to buy courses. I need to buy better equipment. I need to buy better software. Alright? And I need to buy Starlink. It's not gonna be gifted to me.
No, it's not. It's not.
And then the software also costs a lot. Some of the software I'm lucky I've found, because what I've noticed, software companies now are moving towards the subscription model. They're not just selling you the software outright. There's very few.
Of course.
So you're paying per month.
I got the whole Adobe suite.
I
don't even know. I didn't even pay for it, but I got the whole suite. And but it's getting harder and harder to.
Exactly. So so software, you have to pay for those things. So the business must make money in order for you to keep on working.
Okay.
So what I mean there is, I don't draw to make money, but I make money so that I can draw more. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, bro.
That's biggest quote.
The internet has opened up avenues for new professions. And I know there's a lot of people like me. Who don't enjoy what they do. But then they bet on that at an early age. I was speaking to a friend from Belgium the other time, and she's asking me, when do you go to university? And I'm like, I finished, I graduated when I was 14 in secondary school. And then I went to college when I was 15 or 16 there. And she's like, how is that even possible? That's way too early. Because in our country, you go there when you're 18 and 19. Because at 14 and 15, you have no idea who you want to be.
This generation with the tablets and the TikToks and the whatnot, they think they know who they want to be at a young age.
But that's way too early. So you end up putting your eggs in one basket. Based on very superficial reasons.
True.
That course is marketable. You should do that course. It's marketable. It's but that's not what matters though.
Shout out my boy Gingy. I love him to bits. Everyone knows who Gingy is. If you don't know who Gingy is and you're from Malawi, then I don't know what you're doing. But Gingy gave me this idea one time. He was like, Adam, Crafty, you know what? You should, something that's gonna get you lit. You should do reaction videos. You see how like people like react to, you know, the like during the whole Kendrick and
those videos.
Like you get people reacting on music. I mean, right now there's Ajina Spay, they Mario Bros, they drop tunes like every day. I could be there, sit there and do reaction, but then that's gonna like narrow me. Like that's gonna put me in a box. I don't want to be known as that reaction.
But then is that something that you want to do even?
I mean,
is that something you thought of doing? Is that something you're interested in?
I looked at the Malawian market. Like, I can't shout out anyone. Like, I can't shout out the guy's name because I actually don't know. I don't remember what his name was, but he does that. He does reaction videos and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm not putting him down.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Gingy's advice to me was issue. I mean, was trash.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to just I wouldn't want to box myself in to be doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because and the lights just ran off, but that's all good. Can still see, man. Don't worry. But at the same time, like I don't want to box myself in. Right. So I see that as boxing myself in.
Okay.
You know. I might try it, maybe see how it goes. You never know.
Yeah.
But then I just find it a bit like it's not me. I've got more ambition. I'm not saying that guy is, because he's got way more followers than me and he's got more views than me.
Well, yeah, maybe it isn't even about more ambition. It's just that's not your thing.
True. Yeah. Thank you for putting it like that, because
maybe that's just not your thing. You know, maybe that isn't your thing. So
I'm gonna stick to this podcast thing. Malawi. The lights have gone off, so I don't even know if you can still see us properly. But
I hope it's recording.
100%. Yeah, I hope it has too.
But that thing we put there is like it when I was coming here.
Yeah, but like you had pressed.
Yeah, that's recording.
So yeah, man, this is what you call independence. So, I just want to say, bro, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for jumping on this.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. The lights had to do what they had to do, but it's been another episode of Crafty Talks with my boy.
Dude, we've been speaking for over an hour. That's crazy, man.
Over an hour? You see, that's what I said. When you and me start talking, we'll start talking. Now, the thing about me and this guy is that when we start talking, there's other things that we talk about that I don't think the rest of Malawi would need
another podcast.
Yeah, we'll need another podcast for that, and another platform, and we'll need to be outside Malawi to be able to talk about that type of stuff. Yeah. So check me on the next one. Again, as I said, I appreciate everyone that watches. You know, I really, really appreciate you. So yeah, till the next one.
Mad.
Peace out.
Thank you so much, bro.
Bless up.